Today on Beauty Past Perfect, uncover the beauty secrets of ancient India and see how some of these secrets have withstood the test of time to become today's treasured treatments. Meet the woman whose beauty has inspired the construction of the Taj Mahal and follow through the episode to see how I am transformed to reveal a modern interpretation of her ancient beauty. Do you know that tattooing was prevalent almost 600 years ago? Back then, women took flower baths and applied turmeric on their faces. Clothes and jewelry were more than fashion accessories, but they also had marital significance to the women. These practices were associated with the women of the Mughal Empire. The most famous of them all is the beauty whose body now lies in the Taj Mahal. She is the queen of the Mughal Empire, Mumtaz Mahal. During the early Mughal period, marriages were mainly made to forge political alliances. It wasn't until the time of Mumtaz Mahal that romantic love became an important ideal at court. Her marriage to Prince Khurram was the realization of such an ideal. Born Arjumand Banu, she was 14 when the prince saw her for the first time. As the prince came to a shop at the Meena Bazaar, a piece of glass caught his attention and he inquired its price. She replied that it was a diamond and that he would not be able to afford its 10,000 rupee price tag. To her surprise, the prince picked up the diamond and gave her the money. This short encounter became love at first sight. Her beauty had him mesmerized. We often hear the saying, "Don't judge a book by its cover." However, the people of the Mughal Empire did just that. They practiced physiognomy, the art of judging human character from facial features. From her physical beauty, Prince Khurram knew that Arjumand was a woman of virtue, intelligence, and compassion. In short, his ideal wife.
During the Mughal period, the women were always living in the harem. So they were not seen by people as such. Now the description that we have about their beauty is in very few words, like they're very beautiful. And if you go by contemporary literature, the concept of a beautiful woman was that she has to be fair, with flawless complexion, sharp nose, large dark eyes, broad forehead, dark long hair, thin lips with a full breast, and oval face. It seems they did not pose directly before the painter artist. So whatever paintings we have, the artist has idealized the beauty of these women.
Possessing physical beauty, or rupam, was considered a reflection of health. Instead of using external cleansers, it depended more on having a good digestive system and metabolism. To the people of ancient India, outer beauty was only one of the 3 pillars of true beauty. According to the ancient belief of Maharishi Ayurveda, the other 2 are inner beauty and lasting beauty.
Well, inner beauty is basically something that comes from inside, and it means gunam in Ayurvedic terms. It encompasses a lot of balance, basically, and it's all got to do with your diet, the lifestyle that you keep. Are you having enough rest? Do you exercise? So it's all of that. And then at the end of the day, it all radiates out, and it appears as beauty. So it has to start from inside for it to appear on the outside. Basically, it's all a balance.
To attain lasting beauty, one had to slow down the aging process. The women of the Mughal Empire did this by following a healthy diet that consisted of fresh vegetables and fruits brought in from the surrounding orchards. A variety of spices, such as turmeric and coriander, were also used in their cooking. These spices acted as antioxidants and helped in detoxification of the body. Although his father consented to the marriage, Prince Khurram had to wait 5 years before he finally married Arjumand. Instead, he had to first marry Persian Princess Qandari for political reasons. Despite the long wait, his love for Arjumand never wavered. When Prince Khurram ascended the throne as Emperor Shah Jahan, he made Arjumand queen and gave her the title Mumtaz Mahal, the chosen one of the palace.
A new pregnancy in Japan's royal household adds new joy to the country, but also a fresh twist to the debate on motherline succession. Our correspondent has the implications on East Asia tonight.
I was created by fire to set your heart ablaze. I have seen the purest of lights, yet all I want is to see your face. I am your destiny. Meet me at Lihua.
Wednesday on Million Makers. He started his first business at 15.
So I was making like 1,000, 2,000 a night. So that was pretty exciting.
By 26, he was a millionaire.
Money, I guess, is a measure of how much value you create for people.
Discover the Midas touch of Singapore's own million maker, Adam Khoo.
I always felt that if I do what everyone else does, I'm going to get what everyone else gets.
On Wednesday at 7:30 p.m.
Ethnic fashion and art is very vogue in contemporary society. Among them is the practice of henna drawing. This practice can be traced back more than 1,000 years ago, when people stained their hands red using an extract from the henna plant. Yet it wasn't until the Mughal Empire that women started drawing patterns with the henna dye. To impress their husbands, women often adorned themselves with pattern designs on their hands and feet. Used in weddings, henna artwork represents the enduring love between husband and wife, long-lasting, like the henna stain. It is even said that the darker the henna stain, the stronger the love between husband and wife.
Common designs for henna drawing is mainly on floral designs and leaves. If you talk about the difference between Indian and Arabic designs, Indian designs, they are more intricate, detailed, the lines are a bit more finer, whereas Arabic designs, they are bold, more floral, and a lot of shading is involved.
Today, henna drawing is back in fashion and is not only restricted to married women. In fact, even women of the Western world have taken to this practice. The most famous of them all is perhaps Madonna. For those who think that henna drawing is too time-consuming, temporary tattoos with henna designs are a quick and easy solution.
If you talk about Western influence, now they apply it like everywhere. Their arms, their backs, their bellies, they apply it everywhere. Henna is mainly applied on the hands and feet for Indian brides. But why they apply for Indian brides, why they apply on the hands and feet is because they want to take away the evil eyes. Evil eyes meaning jealousy, greed, anything that is cast upon the bride when she's going to get married. Henna is more used in hotter climates than cold regions. It's very cooling for the body. Okay. And it's also used for the hair. It's very cooling for the scalp. It kind of covers the gray hair, conditions the hair.
Beauty beauty is wholesome. Other than external beauty treatments, one needs to eat nutritious food to stay healthy, the foundation of beauty. In today's traditional Indian cooking, it is not uncommon to use turmeric as a spice. It is extremely aromatic and is also used as a natural antibiotic to aid in digestion. However, the women of ancient India actually applied it onto their faces. Turmeric was considered to help reduce hair growth in women. This is why the women of ancient India started applying turmeric from a very young age. Research has shown that the external application of turmeric is useful to stop pain and swelling, heal wounds, and to treat skin diseases ranging from acne to wet eczema. Apart from smooth skin, cleanliness was especially important to the court women of the Mughal Empire. Within the harem, there would always be hammams, or royal bathhouses. This was where the women took hot saunas or perfumed baths made from warm rose water. Mumtaz Mahal particularly loved these rose baths, especially since rose was her favorite flower. It displayed a sense of elegance and emitted a wonderful scent. This practice of rose baths has survived over the years and is extremely popular in many of today's spa treatments.
Rose water has been known for its healing properties, and it's gone throughout time, and it's always come through. It's used for its antiseptic properties. It's used to calm redness. It's got a very calming effect on the nerves. It's also known for its hormonal balancer. So we've used that when we take care of clients who've got menopausal issues. It's got a very sedating effect. If you've got redness that you need to cool off, you could use a rose water compress, and it works wonders. And a massage, it's just absolutely beautiful to use in any treatment, and we've always found the healing benefits behind it.
Rose is increasingly used in treatments for conditions of stress, nervous tension, peptic ulcers, heart disease, among many others. There is also an indication that rose essence may positively influence digestion, circulation, and hormonal imbalance. In addition, tea made with rose petals often soothes a mild sore throat. Today, you can enjoy the rose bath in the comfort of your own home by pouring rose absolute into a warm bath. The love for rose baths was so intense that it led to the invention of the most expensive and exquisite perfumes of the time, the Rue Gulab, or rose perfume. Legend has it that Mumtaz Mahal's aunt, Noor Jahan, loved to crush rose petals in her bath water. Once, she let the bath water cool overnight and found an oily layer over the water the next day. This was distilled to form the very first Rue Gulab. Other than using rose, the people of the Mughal Empire also used camphor, civet, musk, aloe, sandalwood, and frankincense to make their perfumes. Perfumes are no longer only for royalty. A wide variety of perfumes can be easily bought off the shelves at affordable prices. Mumtaz proved to be the ideal wife for Shah Jahan. Other than being physically attractive, she was also well educated and discussed all state affairs with him. She even went with him on his travels, whether during battle or for pleasure. She was compassionate and encouraged her husband to do works of charity, such as giving dowries to orphans and allowances to widows. But the most charming aspect of her beauty was her motherhood.
Motherhood was respected and revered in India and in all perhaps patriarchal societies. The royal women who married to the Mughal rulers, they were respected because this concept of motherhood was instilled perhaps in the minds of the women who got married to the royalty or to the royal kings.
The emphasis helps the body to detox or remove the toxins that have been built up over time. At the end of the treatment, the guest actually sees the effect on the skin itself. Skin is a lot more supple, a lot more softer, and there's an overall sense of well-being, even after just one treatment.
This treatment is highly recommended for people who suffer from arthritis or have areas of chronic pain because it leaves one feeling wonderfully relaxed. Although more than 1,000 years have passed since the Mughal Empire, these Ayurvedic treatments have generally remained the same. In fact, it has improved since modern technology has made the distillation of oils and the generation of steam an easy and efficient process. Nevertheless, health and well-being should be complemented by a good sense of dressing. Today it has become fashionable for women to wear body-hugging or skin-revealing clothes to enhance their looks and curves. However, during the Mughal period, it was the fully clothed woman that was attractive to men. To add elegance and class to their clothes, the aristocrats often used gold-colored thread to
The registry usually caters to 30 to 40 couples a day, but today, 72 couples waited to tie the knot, after registering to do so online up to 3 months in advance.
All-wheel drive.
She was born a peasant and sold into slavery, yet she grew to become one of the most formidable women in history. To those who knew her, she was either a great friend or a terrible enemy. Power-hungry, ruthless, and profoundly skilled in politics, her power surpassed even that of England's Queen Victoria. Who was this woman whose beauty helped her rise from rags to riches? What were the secrets to her beauty? We will unravel these mysteries and discover how she continues to inspire beauty today. Today on Beauty Past Perfect, we uncover the beauty secrets of ancient China. Find out how these secrets are still relevant in contemporary society. Meet the woman who became the longest reigning Chinese monarch in history. There is nothing like a good facial to massage your face muscles and keep your skin looking young. This practice was prevalent almost a century ago. Back then, women of the royal family massaged their face with jade rollers. Egg whites and pearl powder were used as facial creams. These practices were associated with the women of the Manchu Qing dynasty. In particular, to the most powerful woman of the time, Empress Dowager Cixi. Empress Dowager Cixi was born in 1835 and was given the name Xiaoqian. At 12, her adopted father sold her as a maidservant to the Manchu official Hui Chen. Over the years, Xiaoqian grew to be a ravishing beauty. She was then adopted by her master and given the name Yulan, meaning jade orchid. As Hui Chen's daughter, she became part of the Yehenara clan and was known as Lady Yehenara.
清朝时候，由于科技水平比现在要落后，医学水平也同样是要落后，所以当时的皮肤病和牙齿的疾病可能是相对比较普遍。 所以当时的人们的话，只要是皮肤和牙齿没有疾病，可能就被视为一种美丽。
Fortunately, today, we have developed various forms of facial treatment, braces, and even plastic surgery to treat our beauty defects. Pockmarks and crooked teeth are now a thing of the past.
慈禧的话，她就是她的身高的话，就是当时的记载，就是根据后人的一个见过她的人就认为她是一个中等身材，但是由于她穿的绣花鞋是高跟的，有高达4到6寸，再加上她穿的衣服的话是那样一种从肩部一直垂下到脚跟的那样一种，所以她看起来非常高挑。慈禧的那个眼睛的话就是炯炯有神，眼珠非常黑亮，头发的话也是油黑发亮。慈禧的话，她的指甲戴甲套，那么大家不理解她是什么意思，其实她是保护那个指甲的，所以显得慈禧非常爱打扮。 她的嘴的话，就说当时因为就是以樱桃小口的话。
Cixi applied makeup to further enhance her beauty. Surprisingly, her makeup routine is very similar to that of today. She used white lead to powder her face so it looked fair, a practice comparable to the application of foundation used today, although natural tones are more preferred by many today. Next, her cheeks were rouged into 2 spots of high color. Today, women often use a tinge of blush, painting their cheeks a delicate rosy pink. Just like the use of lipstick in contemporary society, Cixi had her bottom lip painted in a scarlet teardrop to resemble a cherry. In contrast, modern women use lipstick and even lip implants to produce fuller, poutier lips. Finally, she added blush to her eyelids and outlined her eye with kohl. This is similar to today's practice of applying eyeshadow and using an eyeliner to further define the eyes. Gone are the days when interracial marriages were frowned upon and the couple ostracized. These days, most people have the freedom to marry the one they truly love, regardless of race or nationality. However, during the Manchu Qing dynasty, such ethnic snobbery was still strictly enforced. Back then, the Manchus of all ranks, including the emperor, were forbidden to marry a Chinese. But the officials had no trouble sieving out the Han Chinese girls. There was one particular telltale sign. They had bound feet. To the Han Chinese, bound feet was a sign of beauty and refinement that enhanced the prospect of marriage. It gave the woman a particularly alluring swaying walk. Also, because of the difficulty in walking, it deterred the woman from leaving the house and her husband, ensuring her fidelity. Thus, from as young as 3, a girl's feet were wrapped tightly with a long binding cloth. This forced the small toes under the foot and brought the front of the foot and the heel together. Although Lady Yahanara was originally born a Han Chinese, her feet were unbounded because her parents were poor farmers and needed her help on the farm. In this way, Lady Yahanara was able to hide her parentage well and easily passed off as a Manchu. Yet it took more than physical beauty for Lady Yahanara to be selected as a concubine. She had to be wholesome, plump, shapely, and just about to reach maturity. These characteristics indicated that she was bursting with femininity, or yin, ideal for nourishing the emperor's masculinity, or yang. A woman full of yin provided the best receptacle for the imperial seed, one of her major roles as concubine. Out of the 60 girls who went for the selection, only 28 passed. Among them was 15-year-old Lady Yahanara. After 2 years of training, she was finally appointed concubine of the 4th rank, Yi, or Yipin. Yet, despite the probable dreams of power, such an appointment by no means gave Yipin direct access to the throne, or even the emperor's bed. It was perfectly possible to become a concubine and never meet the emperor. Yipin knew she had to do something to catch his attention, or be left forgotten.
On East Asia tonight, the South Korean foreign minister joins the race to be the next chief of the United Nations. Join me for details at 8 p.m. Singapore, Hong Kong time.
I was created by fire to set your heart ablaze. I have seen the purest of lights, yet all I want is to see your face. I am your destiny. Meet me at Lihua.
From the makers of Walking with Dinosaurs.
Seminar happening on the 27th of February at Grand Hyatt Singapore. Get groundbreaking leadership skills from West Point graduates and renowned leadership trainers, John Spears and Mike McDaniel, as they share their real-life military and business experiences. To sign up, log on to this website or call the hotline. Organized by Channel News Asia and Asia Seminar.
3 years upon entering the Forbidden City, Yiping found the perfect opportunity to rise to power. The Empress Qian was barren, and the Emperor had no heir to the throne. Thus, his ministers advised him to pay more attention to his concubines. Legend has it that Yiping bribed the eunuchs to bring the Emperor by her pavilion. There, she charmed the Emperor by playing the mandolin and singing in an animated voice. Her plan worked, and Yiping soon gave birth to a son, the only heir to the throne. Promoted to concubine of the second rank, Yi, or Yi Guifei, her place and power were finally secured. During the Manchu Qing dynasty, the women did not go to school. Their lifelong ambition was to find themselves a good husband. Thus, looking attractive was of the utmost importance. To Yi Guifei, she had to look her best to keep the emperor by her side. But this was something she had no problems with. One of her secrets was to use a jade roller to go over her face every morning.
So the benefits of the jade, first, this green stone absorbs all the negative energy that you have in your body. And also the stone is very cold, so you have a cooling effect to soothe the skin. And we use it to do lymphatic drainage and to tone face muscle. So you can just massage your face like this, always up. It's a very protective stone, actually, and it works on lungs, kidney, immune system, and blood circulation. So it's very good for detoxification.
Still popular in China, the jade face roller treatment is now finding its way overseas. Its popularity has increased significantly ever since Chinese President Jiang Zemin gave them away as gifts on his overseas trips. Today, our skin is constantly exposed to pollutants and the harsh sun, which dry out the skin. As a result, face masks have become increasingly popular. They help to rehydrate the skin and to clean the pores. Yi Guifei, too, had a very special kind of face mask. Every night before she slept, Yi Guifei applied egg white to her face. She kept it on for half an hour and then applied flower extract. Finally, she patted her face dry with soft towels. The egg white is known to firm and tighten skin and is an especially effective remedy for cleaning oily skin. The floral essence gives off a sweet and pleasant smell. Court women had to adhere to many laws of etiquette. Among them were the elaborate rules pertaining to dressing, from head to toe. Today, many women have short, trendy hairstyles. To match the elaborate hairstyles, there are also accessories galore, ranging from hair clips to pins and even nets. Cixi, too, had an obsession with styling her hair. Cixi's hair was gathered up from the nape and styled to look like flowers or insects. These hairstyles often fanned out on either side and hung down with tassels of pearl. Weighty jewels were added to further decorate the hair. To complement the elaborate hairdo, CHERYL wore a headdress, again studded with precious gems. This headdress accentuated her high cheekbones and the fragility of her neck. In this way, the woman resembled a spring tree bowed with blossom and looked attractive to men of the time. This practice of wearing a headdress is comparable to the modern fashion of wearing designer hats to complement one's hairstyle and outfit.
This lavender robe was most probably intended for Empress Dowager Cixi because of all her robes, a lot of them were actually purple or lavender. And purple was known to be her favorite color because it is believed that it complemented her skin tone. On this robe, you also find many auspicious symbols, such as the character shou, which symbolizes longevity, and then chrysanthemums, which were one of Cixi's favorite flowers, as well as the bat, ruby scepters, and peach symbols, which generally symbolize